Happy New Year from Atkins Diet Videos. This video is simply a recollection or review of my 2010 New Year's resolution to see how I did, to see if I met my goals or if I fell short in a few. Well, my first goal was obviously to run a new marathon, and that, as my viewers should know, is I definitely succeeded in that. I ran the 2010 Minneapolis Marathon, and while my goal was to do a sub 4-hour marathon, I was on track through mile 17, it being a very hilly course and perhaps not having run it before, I didn't know what to expect, so I ended up having a pretty poor mile 20 through 23, and I ended up missing my goal by quite a bit actually. My second half of that goal was to run a new half marathon, and I did not meet that piece. I did run a couple other half marathons last year, but they were the same ones I had ran in previous years. And I did pace the 2-hour 10-minute group again for the Des Moines Marathon, but again, was a new half marathon in a new state, which was my goal for 2010. I'll try to do better next year. Should be on pace to do another full marathon in 2011, as well as many more half marathons. My second one was to cross train at least 2 times a week to prevent injury, i.e. taking a few of the miles out of my weekly schedule and cross training those days, and to that I relatively succeeded. I wasn't perfect each and every week, but I was in the gym about 2 to 3 times a week, doing an elliptical trainer as well as weightlifting workouts there. My third one was to get to bed earlier, and while that was a complete failure. I absolutely did not get to bed any earlier in 2010 than I did in 2009. I was often going to bed well past midnight due to the work that I lead, and just the schedules that I keep just forces you to keep that late night shifts. If I'm going to do work, I have to do it usually after 10 p.m. at night and often after midnight, and hence I didn't do a whole lot of morning running like was my goal. My fourth one was to volunteer more, and being with the Capital Striders, I've been volunteering quite a bit actually. I've volunteered at races as well as doing the weekly emailing, so I think I well met that goal, especially being that I've now am on the board with the Capital Striders group, which is the largest local Central Iowa running group. The fifth one was to obtain one more certification or skill within my chosen IT field, and with that, I've actually probably gained 2 of them. One is perhaps a greater in-depth understanding of how to do monitoring within virtualization, which might not mean a whole lot to anybody, but to those within the virtual field and doing VMware, I've gained some new skills in terms of understanding what the storage I/O effect would be, and being a part of a new storage project, an enterprise storage replacement project. Certainly I had to learn about spindle count and IOs and matching storage to its requirements, but more than ever before. My sixth one was to do 10% more Atkins Diet videos than I did in the past, and I had done 34 in 2009, and my goal was to at least do 38 in 2010. To that goal, I've done 23 Atkins Diet education type videos and 35 recipe videos in 2010, making for a grand total of 58, exceeding my goal by over 20 videos in 2010. I hope everyone enjoyed the additional recipes that I put out and the additional videos that I put out. I can't say that they're always awesome, but at least I got to chat with a number of my viewers more often this past year than I ever did before. I also opened up the Atkins Diet Videos Facebook page to encourage also additional interchange of ideas and things like that. I also made a new blog, which was solely focused on my weight loss and exercise career, called AtkinsDietGeek.com, to also focus, when I started blogging, I was having an eclectic mess of both the networking side and the weight loss side all on the same blog, and I wanted to separate those two out so that those that were only interested in one didn't have to be bothered by the other. And my final one was to find a new activity to do with the kids that might give them greater fitness, better health in 2010, and I can't say I always succeeded in that. I did take them to the gym perhaps more than I did in 2009, but it certainly wasn't often enough to say, hey, they're at a new fitness level, or they're much better off this year than they were the previous year. So to that, I still have work to do. I admit my failures, and that is one of them. So looking forward to 2011. I'm not sure if I'll do another New Year's resolution video, but I at least wanted to follow up on the one that I did. Hope everyone had a great New Year's. Be safe, and see you more in 2011. Bye.